All right, everyone, it's time to do one more. I swear, just one more, maybe more if you donate for it. One more time. Eternal, and try to sneak around. But the sound of these donations ringing in keep alert of the guards. That's what I hope I can say during this Metal Gear Solid run. Extreme any percent. With NickRPG, good luck. Have fun.
Hello. I am NickRPGreen. This is Metal Gear Solid 1. We're playing the Master Collection version, which is the same as console. If anyone ever says Metal Gear Solid PC, this is on PC. This isn't Metal Gear Solid PC. That's a slightly different run. We don't go for that one. Thank you to everyone who donated to make the incentive get met. We are not going to be running on easy. We are going to bump that to extreme. That means no radar, very limited health and ammo, and we are going to get started in 3, 2, 1, go! It just needs to change the disc back to disc 1. Bear with it. It'll do it. There we go. Disc 2 changes back to disc 1. And we're off. That's what happens when you load a disc 2 save just before you start your run. Anyway, this is Metal Gear Solid 1. This not the first game in the Metal Gear series. This is technically the if you're counting canon games only, the third game in the Metal Gear series. Non-canon, it's the 4th game, but it's probably one of the most famous games in the series. We are down here in the docks. We're gonna run over and get behind this little thing here. There's going to be a guard here. He's going to come and sneeze. Going to wait for him to sneeze, and he's going to go over there. We are going to run up here. We're going to distract him with our footsteps in the puddles, move around to this side, and we now just need to wait. There is an elevator right there, and that elevator is on a fixed timer. Now, if this was any other difficulty, we'd be doing what's called alert farming, where we get the same guards to take an alert over and over and over again, because we'd need a number of alerts by the end of the run. But this is an extreme run. We don't go for that. We go for as few alerts as possible on the chance that we could get a big boss rank. As this guard hits here, I'm just going to give that a little tap. Force him to wander around, because by the time the lift comes down, if we don't distract this guard, he will be in the way. He's going to go for a journey around this forklift. That's the colonel telling us, oh, you're just going to have to wait for the elevator, but we already know that, and we're not going to let him interfere. So now we just got to wait. I believe there's a donation to read.
You knew that from the beginning. How could you tell them? That's mine. Yeah, we do have actually. We have a $15 donation from Jens J56 saying, just doing my part, keep up the good work. That brings us $5 away from the super secret game that Metal Gear Solid will finally reveal. Solid Snake will actually have extra information for us on what the game at the end of the marathon is. $5. Do it. That's what would Snake do? Right? What would Solid Snake on an extreme run do?
He would do it. He would just Blake. Yeah.
Except with as many alerts as possible. This is like, take the approach of multiple alerts. Don't care about the boss, because the boss will go down either way. But yeah, like all the alerts.
So we're not there to distract that guard. Guards cannot really look up and down. They just sort of kind of look straight ahead. So it's very easy for us to just wander out in front of him and get back on the elevator. So now go up into Shadow Moses Island. This is the setting for the entire game. And the basic plot of the story is Snake has been pulled out of retirement as a group of terrorists have taken over Shadow Moses Island, and they believe that they have the capability of launching a nuclear weapon from some sort of big robot that will go unnamed, probably. And this is pretty part and parcel for the Metal Gear series. It has lots of twists and turns. We're probably not going to see a lot of them. But first thing we're going to do is we are going to hide here from the spotlight. We don't want to get spotted by the spotlight. We are trying to go for as sneaky as possible. I'm going to grab these chaff grenades and immediately equip them. The whole... Get past the surveillance gun. We'll just run through that guard. Ah, we got an alert, but that's fine. Everyone's allowed one. So the reason I was able to equip those chaff grenades without going into the menu is the reason why the moment the run started, we had to change discs. If you load a save, and I accidentally loaded a save from disc 2, and keep the chaff grenade open at the and then go back to the main menu, the game kind of stores that in memory, so you don't have to open the menu to equip the chaff grenade when you first enter. So we're just gonna crawl through some vents, and then we've got some guards to get past and get into a lift, and then we're gonna do the one thing. Metal Gear Solid 1 is kind of an outlier in the series. Most of the games in the Metal Gear series don't have big sequence breaks, big skips. Metal Gear Solid is the exception. We're running any percent. We're not running all bosses, and that is because any percent has some very, very large skips. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a chaff grenade over here. That distracts the guard so that he doesn't see me get into the elevator, hopefully. Oh, he did see me get into the elevator. So what we're going to do, we're just going to take a death. We're just going to take a death and reset. Luckily, it makes this room a little bit easier on the second attempt. Because the guards are now... we start this room in a slightly different location. We're already at the vent. And the guards are back where they started when we were first at the start of the vent. And they are completely out of the way. So it makes a return journey way easier and less risky. We'll get down to B1. And we're going to do the biggest skip in the game. This is called the vent glitch. And we're about to skip about half to 2/3 of the run. So we run over to this vent here. We're going to crawl down. We are going to stand up after being in first person. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And over to the right. There we go. Perfect. And we are now in prison. So if you know Metal Gear Solid 1, you will undoubtedly know just how much of the game we have skipped. We went out of bounds and went round to the other side of a level 6 door that we shouldn't normally be able to get through. And the first time you enter that level 6 door triggers the whole prison section. So we have skipped the guard rush, Revolver Ocelot, Psycho Mantis, the Cyborg Ninja fight, and Sniper Wolf 1. Those aren't all the bosses. Oh, and the tank. Almost forgot the tank there. We're going to hide under the bed. I'm going to get a codec call in just a moment. So yeah, huge skip. This is a skip that works on every version of the game. It's been known for a very, very long time. And just that skip there separates the any percent run with an all bosses run. If you're doing an all bosses run, then it would be more like the actual game. You'd go up the ladder and you sort of see much more of the game as sort of intended. You're still allowed to do other skips, but you have to beat every single boss. Now we're not under the bed here just for giggles. This is an intended piece of tech. Johnny, who is the guard over there, who is about to come back from the bathroom. He's got a bad case of some rough bowel movements. He is going to think that we've hidden from him, and I'm going to start calling out now, so that as soon as he thinks, oh, Snake's gone, we interrupt him and say, no, we're just under the bed. So this is intended. Johnny's now going to go on a little bit of a patrol, and that patrol is a lot longer if you don't trick him by being under the bed. He actually stops and falls asleep at one point. How anyone can sleep standing up, I don't know. Johnny's clearly just that tired. So he's just going to wander over to the other side of the room here. Off you go, Johnny. There you go. Keep going. He might sneeze. For some reason, his sneezes sound like he's shouting William. I don't know who William is, but clearly someone very important. It's not going to be showtime. This is the torture sequence, which we are just going to skip. We are going to submit instantly. This is an extreme run. Human fingers were not meant to be able to skip this. But sorry, we're not able to play this. This does mean that this is a non-canon run. We are saving Otacon. We're not saving Meryl. So, sorry, Meryl. Can we get some L's in chat for, or F's? L's in chat? F's in chat for Meryl. Sorry, Meryl.
You can put any letter in the chat, really.
any letter works. And now we are just back in prison again. We have a little bit of waiting for Johnny to go off to the toilet again. And then Otacon's going to come and rescue us with a little puzzle. We're all big fans of puzzle games. We just finished watching Portal 2. Well, we've got our own little puzzle. We'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, we're just sort of waiting here now for a minute or so. So any messages? Now is the best time to go for it.
Oh, is that me?
Yeah.
I was too busy typing the letter U. I was like, I'm going to be really clever and put a letter. Oh, I was just called, wasn't I? Well, let me tell you that, first of all, I don't know a lot about Metal Gear Solid. But I've never realized how spectacular of a game. Like, how old is this game?
This was originally released in 1998, I want to say.
I guess I only know Nintendo products, so I never appreciated how incredible this is, that you like walk through the credits and like the amount of sneaking and the interactions, like knocking on the thing in the very beginning. I've never realized how brilliant this game is. Even that animation there, that's like, where would you see that?
That animation only appears at that one point in the game. There is no other guard, no other character that ever runs with their hands clasped to their buttocks.
And you know they spent like 2 weeks in development on that to get it right. You know it. They'll never admit it, but they should. Oh, and that guy just appeared out of nowhere. But yeah, we do have a donation incentive, a new milestone, goal, bid, what have you, for the game Stray. It's coming up a little bit later today, but it's a Stray, the cute little cat game. You could pet the robots.
That's lovely.
You want to pet the robots? I want to pet the robots. Everyone likes petting them. We want to do a lot of, like, there's a lot of things this marathon we want to do, and one of that is petting the robots in Stray. That's $40. So remember, you still have the Deliver Us the Moon ASE Color Scheme bid war. When you are donating, make sure you choose those donation bids to put it towards. Otherwise, it doesn't get to it. So you have to do that for us. And now, you've got Deliver Us the Moon and petting robots in Stray.
So we tricked Johnny into coming and checking on us. We used some ketchup that Otacon gave us to make it look as though we'd taken a tragic turn and managed to trick him to get out. So we're out of the menu room. We only have, luckily, one little bit of backtracking. Remember I said we've skipped like 2/3 of the game. But we only have one minor bit of backtracking to do, and that is we've got to go down to the armory and grab the PSG-1, just the sniper rifle. So we're going to flip this guard, do a quick flip on that guard. Going to avoid that guard stare, and there's some lasers here. I've just got to get through these lasers. Look, we've got a bit of time to spare in here. We're not on a very strict clock because we've now got to wait for a guard to come around this corner. Here he comes. We'll give him plenty of berth. Run up to the door, up to the elevator, push that twice, the elevator door open, and we can now head back. And that's it. That's the only bit of backtracking that we have to do. Everything else falls right into place, which is just lovely. And now we can make our way over to the rest of the game. We get to see all the places that we definitely did. Like out here in the canyon, there's going to be a broken down tank. Do you remember that point in the run where we fought a tank and like threw grenades into it? It was perfect. I perfectly threw those grenades into that tank. There it is. Look, here it is. It's coming. There it is. Remember that. Such an awesome, like, why don't we all reminisce at just how fantastically I destroyed, gonna grab those, just how fantastically I destroyed that tank. It was such a good fight, you know, definitely like top tier moment. We now
Please help me out here. I didn't actually miss that, right?
No, you did not.
Are you sure? I feel like it was a glorious explosion you achieved there. Like, it was the best throw you've ever had. It was actually like world record pace type of throw.
head into the nuke building first floor. We got a rank up as we entered because it was the first time that we've entered this room since the tank has been destroyed. So we still get that rank up. We're going to get a couple of rank ups. However, on as we're playing on extreme, whoops, I took that a little too fast. Sometimes, you know, I know we're speedrunners and we like to go fast, but sometimes it's possible to go too fast. And that was a moment where I went too fast, and I'm actually going to go even more too fast here. This room gets a little tricky on a repeat run because we don't have to stop and wait for the rank up now. So I'm just gonna make sure I run around the outside of all of this, make sure that all the guards are out of the way. Yep, that guard's where he should be. We'll just wait here. I just need to wait for that guard at the top of the stairs to turn around. There he goes. That's the ticket. I'm gonna do a quick throw on him, and we can get over to the elevator. Ping, fast elevator, always nice. Going to head down to B1. We've got a couple of other weapons that we need to grab. The Nikita launcher is in here. We're going to grab some stun grenades as well. Stun grenades are very helpful, but stun grenades do produce a bit of a white flash. So if you are adverse to white flashes... Oh, I'm going to... I took damage there. I was hoping I could throw that guard. This is the thing with extreme. Snake takes damage very, very quickly on extreme. We're going to be doing a couple of tricks where Snake has to deliberately take damage, and I wouldn't say it's a coin flip as to whether these tricks work, but it's not. Well, for one of them it actually is. For the other one it's very, very tight as to whether it will work, and if we take too much damage it can just destroy the whole run. This is the difficulty with extreme. This is Bookcase Boss. Everybody say hello to Bookcase Boss. That is the rank up for beating Psycho Mantis, but the cutscene for where Psycho Mantis moves that bookcase, which we can just run straight through, that cutscene never happens, so the bookcase doesn't move. Luckily, its hitbox doesn't exist. We're going to go through the caves here. There's some really friendly walls here in the cave. We're going to do a little vent glitch here, just because it's a little quicker than going under the under there. It does mean the right-hand side of this area doesn't really load properly. We just get this black screen. But we know where we're going. So we're going to go crawl through this one. We can't vent glitch over that one. And back up here, I'm going to equip my card, and I'm going to equip some grenades. All right, because we've got a short cutscene and codec here to skip, but we are coming up to the world-famous Boba Skip. If you've not heard of the Boba Skip, this was a trick that was discovered in August of 2021. So it's 3 years old. Wow, 3 years since the Boba Skip was found. Amazing. It was an absolutely incredible speedrunning experience. If anyone knows Yogscast, Boba of Yogscast was streaming their first ever casual run of Metal Gear Solid 1 and accidentally glitched through a frozen door in the communication tower that we're about to go through. Speedrunners caught onto it, and we labbed it, we worked it all out, and it saved about 2.5 minutes. It was absolutely incredible. Hideo Kojima knows about it. IGN did a tweet at one point about the story, and this is it. I've grabbed some stun grenades, so every time I throw a stun grenade there is going to be a small white flash. So just just for anyone who doesn't like white flashes, they will be coming up. So to do the Boba Skip, we run up these stairs. Remember, we are on extreme, we are going to take some deliberate damage here. As I reach floor 5, I'm going to throw my first stun grenades. That's going to take all of these guards out. As I hit 7.5, I'm going to throw my next stun grenades. That's going to slow them down. We're going to go up against this door, which we shouldn't be able to get through. I'm going to line myself up and arm a stun grenade. Will I get it first try? That is not first try. It is a 50-50 chance as to whether it will work. Can't line my... And that's extreme. So what we're trying to do here is when Snake takes damage, he plays one of two different recoil animations. There's a big animation and there's a short animation. And as I say, it is a 50-50 chance as to which oh, I'm gonna have to take a death bar. I can't afford to take that damage. It's a 50-50 chance as to which animation plays. And if he plays the short animation, which is what played the first time there, then it doesn't work. If he plays the big animation, Snake's hitbox extends slightly outwards, just far enough to hit the loading screen trigger on the other side of the door. And that is how Boba found the trick initially. She was getting shot by guards. She tried to get through the door, not knowing that it's frozen shut and you shouldn't be able to get through it. And a guard shot her, and Snake just ran through the door. And she was very confused, and then she learned it was a bug, and then she told speedrunners, and we all lost our collective minds. If you would like to know more about the history of the Boba Skip, I have a very good video on my YouTube channel that sort of explains how it was discovered and how Metal Gear Speedrunners labbed it. Come on, RNG! I'm gonna get shot here. I'm gonna need to take another death. Now, if we weren't running on extreme, if we were running on easy difficulty, then we could keep trying this over and over again, and it would be fine. The problem is in an any % run, Snake takes a lot of deliberate damage for some of the tricks. This is throwing me a little bit, but we'll get there. Don't worry. Snake takes a lot of deliberate damage through some of these tricks. And so taking any unnecessary damage is really bad. We just can't do it. I really, for the Boba Skip, I only have time before the guards come up, because we're exploding a stun grenade in Snake's hands. That doesn't do a lot of damage. A guard shooting you does a lot more damage, and we can't afford to have a guard shoot us through the door. We have to have a stun grenade explode in our hand, and I can only, with the amount of damage I can take, I can only afford to attempt it twice before I run out of health. So, throw the next one. Come on.
You got this, Nick.
Come on. RNG is not being nice to me. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Before he shoots. Yeah, there we go. Finally. The game wants to play ball. And now we sing the Boba Skip song. I am living the best life ever because I beat the video game. I am living the best life ever because I am out of the stairwell of shame. I am the best at video games. That is the song Boba sung when she first went through the door. And that is the song that we sing when we go through the door. The glitches aren't over though. I'm now going to use my one and only ration that I have at the moment. Another limitation of extreme, you can only ever carry one ration. The problem we've got right now is I picked up that Stinger launcher and it said that I couldn't have it. I have 0 Stinger ammo because we haven't beaten the boss that unlocks Stinger ammo. So we need to try and get around the next boss. And we do that with the weapon glitch, which again, very, very sketchy. Haven't hit it first try again. This might have to be a do-over. We'll see. Don't know if that's going to be enough. No. Again, this one's not so much a coin flip. It's more it does require almost a frame perfect input. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to get the game to think that the Stinger launcher is a grenade. It's a bit funky. And that involves making sure that a button input is pressed on a certain frame. So as soon as I get hit by that grenade, I'm taking damage. I am like mashing buttons, spinning analog sticks, making every possible movement that I can to try and hit that. It doesn't matter what the input is, it just has to happen on a certain frame. And if it doesn't happen, then it doesn't work. Let's say, if this was the easy run, I'd get like almost unlimited attempts at this. So, equip the chaff grenades. Lots of buttons, and now equip the stinger. There we go! Second time's the charm. So, Snake is now carrying the stinger as though it is a grenade. And what we're going to do is we're going to throw the stinger as though it was a grenade, and have the game believe that we've no longer got the stinger on us. I'm going to equip some chaff grenades. I'm going to throw another chaff grenade because I don't think I'm going to make it past the first camera. So we've now deleted the stinger from the inventory. Snake no longer has the stinger. But we shouldn't be here without the stinger. Once you've gone down, once you collect the stinger, you go down to the bottom of that staircase, see that it's broken, and Snake goes down. That is supposed to trigger a cutscene with Otacon. But because we deleted the stinger from the inventory, that cutscene doesn't play. The game thinks, oh, you haven't got the stinger. We're not going to play the cutscene. You should go back outside and grab the stinger. So as a result, we kind of tricked the game into allowing us to go up here in a sort of broken state. I'm just going to run down here because there's some spare chaff grenades right there. We're going to need those later. And now what we need to do is reset the room. So normally, if you were doing if you were doing an all bosses run or a casual playthrough, you'd run up here and we'd fight the Hind D, the helicopter. You can just hear it outside. We're not going to do that because we have no stinger. We have no way of fighting that helicopter. What we're going to do is go back downstairs, and this resets the room. We've re-entered the room. The game goes, okay, you've entered Communication Tower B. You don't have the stinger launcher yet. So that means you need to go back outside and grab the stinger launcher. We're just gonna reset the room back to how it should be at that point in the game. And what that means is the staircase going up. I did break them all. These grenades have to be pretty accurate. The staircase going back up was blocked by a bunch of boxes that got moved by Otacon during the cutscene. Those boxes are going to be back, and we're going to be on the wrong side of them. So you'll see what I mean when we get down to the bottom of these stairs. I'm going to keep throwing these grenades to destroy these. We haven't got enough chaff grenades to destroy to get past these cameras, so we're going to keep throwing these grenades at them. And they're going to be pretty accurate throws. Cannot afford to take a hit from them. One more. This should be the last one. Yep, there we go. Swap back to those chaff grenades. So now these boxes are back. We can't get past them, but we shouldn't be allowed here. So we can do a trick to get on top of them and just fall off the side of the stairs like that. And by doing that, we have skipped the Hind D. We have skipped the elevator fight, because when you go down the elevator, there's a fight in there. And we now move into Sniper Wolf 2. We don't have any sniper ammo, which is a little difficult for fighting Sniper Wolf. I'm going to do the lean there. Normally Snake would get shot there, but we lean and come back out of the lean of the cutscene so he doesn't get shot. So yeah, we can't fight Sniper Wolf. We do not have a sniper rifle. We have a sniper rifle. We just don't have any ammo for it. So instead, we're going to use the weapon glitch again. A slightly different version of the weapon glitch. Hopefully, if I got that right. Nope. I think I've still got I think I've got one more shot at it. That's not going to be it. No, I'm going to have to try this one again. We're doing the weapon glitch again, but instead of trying to delete the sniper rifle like we deleted the stinger, we're just trying to make the game think that Snake has the sniper rifle equipped, but he can still move around. So that's Snake getting shot normally. That doesn't do any damage. That's fine. We don't have to. That's an in-game hit, which doesn't hurt us. So I'm just gonna concentrate a bit more on getting through this. So just have to listen to Sniper Wolf taunts us a little bit. That still wasn't it. I've got one more shot. Getting it right. There we go. And with the game thinking that Snake has the sniper rifle equipped, he can walk through the invisible barrier that separates him and Sniper Wolf. We're going to go back to my chaff grenades, my level 6 card. And we've got one bit of backtracking to do now. So we've gotten past Sniper Wolf. We should be moving on to the next section of the run. However, we still don't actually have the Stinger. And we do need the Stinger missile launcher in order to beat Rex later. Hopefully I got my line right there and I didn't get shot by that camera. Lovely. We're going to grab some sniper rifle ammo from here because we do need to make one shot with the sniper rifle at one point. So now we are just doing a slight bit of backtracking back upstairs to grab the Stinger launcher, come back downstairs, and then we can actually move on. Up the elevator we go. Go back outside, grab it, come back in. This is just a little bit of backtracking here. So now's a good time to jump in with anything.
Well, we were just talking about that. First of all, I don't know what you're talking. I'm a bit confused because I remember you perfectly taking out the Hind DN and Sniper Wolf perfectly. Like it was, again, world record shots. Unbelievable. My mind's blown. I just want to remind everyone why we're here, other than watching the spectacular, extreme any %. You did this! You gave us more opportunities to build hype. We're not going to call them setbacks or bad RNG. They're merely opportunities to build more hype, because we are $5 away from that $225 milestone we're trying to hit, so that we can figure out what the super secret game at the end of the marathon is. It's bothering me. Does it bother you, Nick?
It is.
It's bothering Nick, which means he's running. Don't bother the runner. Donate. Free our minds from this. Metal Gear Solid Snake will show us the way. We'll know what the final run of the secret run of the marathon is going to be at the end of Sunday. And then we could be at peace. And then all the RNG is going to be perfect. This run's going to be done like 20 minutes ahead of schedule. It's going to stress out all production. But nonetheless, Nick's going to crush it even more. And just one quick note. We did open up the target for Stray to pet the robots. That's $40. We need $40 donated towards that, and you can still influence which color the ASC robot buddy companion in Deliver Us the Moon is going to be. Currently, trans pride colors of white, pink, and blue are winning with $5. Very easy to swing that your way. Exclamation donate. Make it happen. Free our minds.
We move on to this 2 here. We're going to do a little trick here with the stun grenades, but that stun grenade exploding outside, it's not going to cause an alert. I'm going to use my one sniper shot of the whole game to shoot that guard. And we're going to throw a grenade at a crane. So by throwing the grenade at that crane, it means the crane is out of action and we can run over. Now we've got another bit of RNG here, which I'm really, really hoping goes my way. We're going to throw another grenade and kill one more guard. And guards randomly drop rations. Yes! Oh, thank you. The only way of getting rations in an extreme run is from them randomly dropping from guards. Oh. Anyway, just run back out here again. I was getting ahead of myself. There's an elevator slowly making its way up, and by going out and back in again, the elevator will be there waiting for us. So yeah, in an extreme run, there are no rations just lying around. You have to get them from down guards, and it is RNG as to whether one drops it. I was one shot away from death, and this is a tough fight. And that would have been a death. And it's still a death. It's still a death anyway. Yeah, trying to do this fight with not allowing any hits at all is hard enough. Never mind still using a ration. I have not actually equipped that ration. Quick, Snake, ration. Oh no, I used it before the fight started. So, run around there. That's better. There we go. We'll kick him over. We're good. We're good. It'll do. We're still alive. That's the important thing. So go down the elevator. There's a camera to the right here. Complete RNG exactly which way the camera's looking. I'm going to play it safe and just throw a chaff grenade, wait for the chaff grenade, and we can move. So that camera is now not going to try and shoot me. And head down the next elevator. And we are actually, I know this is crazy. I know we've done a lot of crazy skips. A lot of crazy not doing things. We are actually going to fight our first boss of the run. This is not a trick. This is not a trick. There is no there is no cheese. There's no there is a strat. There's a strat to beating the boss, but there's no get out of jail free card with this one. We are actually going to, for realsies, fight Vulcan Raven. But first we are going to wander down this big long elevator shaft. Gonna have a quick chat with McDonald Miller. Or is it? Spoilers. And we are going to move into Vulcan Raven. Now, it's absolutely fine that I only have 1 bit of health. Raven does not take any damage. Raven shouldn't deal any damage to me. He says. This run hasn't exactly gone smoothly in that area so far, so we're going to get ready to start this fight. So as the fight starts, I'm going to immediately equip the Nikita. I'm going to go and stand in a very specific spot here and shoot the Nikita like this, and hopefully I will now keep Raven in this spot. Using the Nikita in this way is normally quite dangerous. If Raven is far enough away, he will be able to shoot the Nikita out of in the air. But because we are just around the corner, he doesn't quite have enough time to do it. So we've just got to keep him in this spot without him moving and keep firing. We've got 1 more, and that should be the fight. Brilliant. Something actually went really well for one. No RNG with that fight. That is pure be in the right position and do it. As I say, extreme, we get no extra health back. Our max health goes up, but we don't see any of that. If we were on easy, if the incentive hadn't been met, my health would be at max now. Every time you beat a boss on easy, your max health increases and your current health goes to max health. On extreme, your current health stays where it is. Is very brutal. So we're going to move into the camera room. Going to grab some more chaff grenades. We need more of those. Round all of these cameras. And we are now going to be faced with the title mech. It's not really, I don't think it's really right to call Metal Gear a character. But here is the looming mech that is Metal Gear Rex. We're going to fight that in a little bit. But first, we've got to climb to the very top of it. Which is not... I made that sound like really epic. We're going to climb to the top. It's like, you know, it's an epic feat like climbing to the top of Celeste or Jump Kick. No, it's just a couple of ladders. It's actually no big deal at all. We are going to have another RNG moment. Not a significant one that will derail the entire run, don't worry. As I said before, the only way of getting extra rations in this run is to get them from downed guards. There is one guard patrolling here, which I'm going to keep killing him with stingers every time we go past until I get another ration, because I could really do with one. One more call from Otacon. He is trying to break into his boss's files to find out what's going on with Metal Gear Rex. And they find out that Metal Gear Rex is capable of launching a stealth nuclear missile by using its railgun, which... military stuff. So we're gonna run around this corner here. Get to here. I'm gonna equip that stinger that I can now use. I've not been able to use that... He did not drop a ration. It's okay. There's more opportunities. There's more opportunities, but we do now have another one-shot kill here. this cutscene now triggers an alert, and I've got to get past that guard without him killing me. It is, say, it's a, if it's slightly off, it is a one-shot kill. Yes, we did it. We got past the one. We got past the one guard who could kill us. And run away from the guard, all the way down here, and over the ladder. Now, if we had been on perfect pace, if we had not gotten all of those alerts from going up the communications tower and having to reset because the boba skip did not play nice, we could be on a very small amount of alerts here. There is a mechanic in the game where the PAL key that we've got that is going to stop Metal Gear X has dropped down. It got shot out of Snake's hand. If you have 11 or more alerts at this point in the game, it drops into a random location in the drainage ditch, which is actually faster than what we're actually going to do. We've got 9 alerts, and we have to use the stinger to kill a rat, because a rat has eaten the key. Now, unfortunately, the rat is also RNG as to where he appears. If he was nice and fast, he would have appeared where I first looked. He's actually here, so we're going to shoot the stinger at the rat. The stinger is the easiest way of killing him. There's the PAL key. Grab the PAL key, and we can move on. So we now come to the longest backtrack in the history of the Metal Gear series. Forget any backtracking you see in MGS2. Forget coming back from the lab in MGS3, which if you watch Prevent-a-thon 3, you might remember me from running all Keratons MGS3. This is the big one. We now have the PAL key sequence. So the PAL key that we just picked up from the rat is a shape memory alloy. Currently is room temperature, so it is yellow. And that allows us to put it into the first computer in the control room that's coming up. Then we have to turn it blue by freezing it. So we go back to the room that we fought Raven. And we have to wait 60 seconds, well, 61 seconds technically, for it to freeze again. Ration! We got a ration. Huzzah! Lovely. We're not going to use it. We should be fine not using it. So we're going to go and put the first put the first PAL key into the computer. We better actually select it. There's going to be a camera here that's going to spot me, but as long as I get to the computer and trigger the cutscene, that's fine. Same on the way out. Oh, I'm going to play this safe now because I went up against the wall there. Out we go. We've still got to get past this guard. Look, we've got our ration. We don't need to keep taking this guard out now. So we're going to do a slightly different trick. I'm going to come up against the wall here. And we're going to do a thing called skating. You may notice that there's like vents on the floor here. Well, guards can hear Snake walking over these vents. Hear this sort of clip-clop. Skating is a technique where we equip and unequip a weapon, and it resets Snake's walking animation. And as a result, he never actually puts a foot down on the floor. So it completely masks Snake's footsteps from the guards. So we're going to use that from now on to get past this guard. Takes a little longer to keep using the stinger, and also we're using up stinger ammo. Though there is a backup set of stinger ammo that I am going to get. So we've already done the room temperature key. We now have to go and do the cold key, which means it's like going back to the room that Raven was in, which isn't too far away. It's not a big backtrack really, but once we've done it, we are then going to have to come back in, climb back up the ladders, get past the guard, put the key in, and then go again somewhere else. These cameras in this room are not great. They weren't placed very well. So it's very easy to just get past them like this. So we move into warehouse. So this is where we fought Raven. And in here, we just need to wait 61 seconds for the PAL key to freeze. We don't want to open the menu. Every time we open the menu to double check, it slows the time because the timer is not ticking whenever we open the menu. Technically, the game is paused. We'll grab some stinger missiles while we're in here. Luckily, we have the beauty of the live split auto splitter. So I have a segment time. We're at 30 seconds. So we just have to wait. We'll double check the key just before we leave. There is nothing worse for a Metal Gear Solid 1 runner than leaving this room too early, not checking the key, and getting all the way back up to the top to be greeted with Snake trying to put the card key in and it not working. It is horrible. I don't recommend it. 10 more seconds. Come on, key. 3, 2, 1, and the key should be frozen. There we go. It's now blue. We can move on. Gonna grab the chaff grenades. Want to throw these, and at this point, I'm also gonna grab some backup stinger ammo. So we're gonna take a quick right turn here. I'm gonna throw another chaff grenade so I can get past these. Gonna grab both those stinger packs that are there, and move back into this room. So now we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna climb all the way up to the top, and we're gonna put the key in, and then we're gonna climb all the way back down again. But I'll explain exactly where we're going next after that. Are you keeping up?
Yeah.
Are you following? There is going to be a quiz later. There's not going to be a quiz later.
I'm ready for it. You can call my bluff all you want. I'm ready to answer any question. For all you know, I've seen you beat 5 bosses so far in this run. All 5 of them.
Fun fact. This game did get a remake already. You hear lots of people talking about the Metal Gear Solid remake. They want we want Metal Gear Solid 1 to be remade. Obviously, Metal Gear Solid 3 is about to receive a remake in the form of Snake Eater Delta. Metal Gear Solid 1 already had a remake. It was called Metal Gear Solid The Twin Snakes. Oh, we're going to punch that guard before he causes an alert. Metal Gear Solid The Twin Snakes. If anyone watched SGDQ 2023, you may recognize my mug from the stage there where I ran Metal Gear Solid The Twin Snakes. I'm going to equip the level 7 card again and get past the camera. And in the Twin Snakes, one of the things, for all intents and purposes, it's a bad game. It's a really bad remake. It's Metal Gear Solid 1 remade using the Metal Gear Solid 2 engine. And the problem with that is that Metal Gear Solid 1, the Shadow Moses Island, the map, the levels, everything about it wasn't designed with the Metal Gear Solid 2 engine in mind. So it breaks a lot of areas. Some boss fights are awful as a result. The tank fight is actually much better on Twin Snakes, but most of it is just, and the cutscenes are way too over the top and silly. Even for a Metal Gear game, Metal Gear, it does not take itself seriously at all. But Twin Snakes went too far onto the comical. One thing it did really well is it cut out a lot of the backtracking, and this is a big one. We need to now heat the key. Can you think? Okay, here's quiz question. Have you been keeping up? Where could we go that was really, really hot?
Canada.
That wasn't the answer I was looking for.
To answer again.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, Canada's not gonna work. Oh, they did put guards in this room on the return journey, but we just completely ignored them and walked down. Now, we're going to go all the way back to the blast furnace. That was the room where I shot my one sniper rifle shot. We got the ration. I was really excited because I got a ration. And we threw that grenade at the crane. We're going to go all the way up these lifts. Wait 65 seconds and all the way down. But Twin Snakes cut all of the backtracking out. You can still do it. It takes even longer because it doesn't take 60 seconds. But it takes about a minute and a half, the PAL key to change. But they added some pipes over on the right hand corner of the of Rex's lair, and you shoot one pipe and cold air comes out and it instantly freezes the key. Shoot another pipe and steam comes out and instantly heats the key. It's so much better as a speed run for this, but you know it's Twin Snakes. It's still not ideal. Exclusively on the Nintendo GameCube. Yeah, that was a weird one. But yeah, check out Twin Snakes. It's a very good speed run, but casually not a great game. So we're gonna just work our way back towards the blast furnace. Wait 61 seconds, and then come back down again. How are you doing? Are you still with us?
I'm with you so much. Am I able to take an elevator ascension of time from you for a moment?
You absolutely
or
can.
An elevator ascension amount of time?
I don't see why not.
Okay, so we got a $5 donation from Anonymous saying, please, I need to know. Here's my quiz question for you. Do you remember what that was for?
Remember what was for?
What we were trying to do with $225 raised for Little Warriors?
Snake's still trying to find this secret information about the secret run.
Yeah, guess what? You just found it because that $5 donation brought us to $225, and I'm gonna confide something in you, Nick. I'm a little selfish. I wanted to be the one to announce it, so now I get to do it. High five. All right. Are you ready for this?
Floor is yours.
Do you have any guesses?
Ooh. I'm gonna guess... Is there already a Stardew Valley run in this marathon?
Yes.
Ooh,
I think that's
probably not a good guess then. Some form of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
You know, I'm gonna make the argument that this is kind of like that, except nothing like it at all. The mystery bonus game at the end of the marathon on Sunday night. The Legend of Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom, all dungeon unrestricted. Fresh off the release. Brand new, doesn't even have any dust on it. Run by Ice Blue. The end of the marathon. The hype new game of the Zelda franchise where you actually get to play as Zelda. This category features incredible glitches and wild skips. Finally, we get the female protagonist we always thought was badass, but never got a game except in Smash Bros. Where she kicked a lot of ass. Now we get to play that game, and it's gonna be at the end of Prevent-a-thon 4.
I'm apparently doing everything I can right now to give you as much room as possible to hype this Zelda run.
Solid Snake is doing it. You're merely here enjoying the chaos, orchestrating it. It's hype collection. That's what Snake does. Kojima knows this and has modified your RNG. Not really, don't believe me. But Kojima cares about charity, and therefore, this run, you may have to take a little bit of the L or the F or the any letter you add in there, but your time for stalling this was impeccable. Thank you, Nick.
You're welcome.
But also, man, that sucks.
Steam is not my friend.
Steam breaks every Tuesday. Oh, we're talking about Steam. Oh, yeah. We're not talking about disconnects every Tuesday in Canada. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Steam is actually, I wanted to ask you a technical question if I have time to ask that.
Go for it.
Is there anything that like do you know the damage scaling between easy and extreme in terms of how much you take, or are there like iframe adjustments? What happens difficulty wise for the NPCs and enemies and hazards?
So for extreme, Snake does take more damage. I can't tell you exactly how much it is. But when that is coupled with the fact that he has less health to begin with, he doesn't get health rank ups. He doesn't get current health back when he defeats bosses. You can only carry one ration at a time. Yeah, it all starts to add up and really make this a lot trickier. Easy does kind of allow you to just breeze through the game, and there is a very easy difficulty that's even more breezier. It gives you a silenced, unlimited ammunition assault rifle from the start. It really is putting the training wheels on. Is very easy.
See, I feel like that's such an interesting. I'm trying to think of modern games, because usually games would do some kind of damage number scale or health scale, and I always found it fascinating with older games how it could be a matter of they just gave like the numbers were always there. They just give you less freebies, so you're actually just playing the same, just you can make less mistakes. And I can't think of many games that do that in modern gaming.
It doesn't come up as much now. The other big one with the Metal Gear Solid 1 is on very easy and normal, you have the Soliton radar. On hard and extreme, you don't get any radar at all. which has its ups and downs. I mean, as speedrunners, we don't really rely on the radar anyway. Most of the games in the Metal Gear series, guard patterns are never random. Guard patterns are always in the same place, so you can always do the same room, the same each time, unless you're repeating a room and your starting location's different or something like that. So they're very, very easy to learn, because the RNG is only in, it's only in those sort of tricks where you can't, you're taking damage, you're trying to get through a door. The actual movement through the game is very, very strict and rigid, which does make them really, really good games to learn to speedrun. Metal Gear Solid 1, it was the PC version, the original PC version of Metal Gear Solid 1, which is a remaster, a port of the PlayStation version. The original PC version is awful. It's a terrible port. There's just something about Metal Gear Solid 1 where anything other than the original PlayStation version is just bad. But it contains some extra goodies and some extra tools which give you even weirder glitches that you can use in that version of the game. That's how I got into the Metal Gear series speedrunning. It's actually how I properly got into speedrunning. I've been speedrunning on and off for about 11 years, I think now. But it was always just, every time a GDQ was on, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be a speedrunner. I'm gonna do it. And I'd play a game for a week, and then I get bored, and then I go back to League of Legends. Oh
man, we're sharing a storyline.
Is this your start as well?
No, I'm a Pokemon speed. Well, I'm not really. I'm a casual speedrunner. I do a lot of randomizers.
Oh, okay,
and
cool.
like Archipelago Multiworld. So I started actually watching the Crystal Cinco Bingo speedruns because I saw a tournament and I'm like, oh, this is cool. I could do this. It turned out I was actually okay at it. I'm just not super like hardcore. I just kind of take silly risks and play silly games because I like silly prizes. So. But same thing, I watched GDQ be like, oh, that's really awesome. And then I'm like, I don't think I can learn things for PBs. That stresses me out.
Then it was during the pandemic. I was on furlough from work, and I had a lot more time on my hands. I was like, I need to do something so that I don't just go bored silly. So I learned Metal Gear Solid 1 PC, and that finally stuck. I stuck with it. I streamed it. And I've been a speedrunner ever since. I've run most games. It wasn't Miller. It was... I should probably talk about the game now. We put in the third card key. We're going to have a quick chat with Otacon, get him to open the door for us, because he knows how. Miller wasn't Miller all along. It was actually Liquid Snake. We're going to look at this door, because it's a really nice door. But the moment that the game takes away control of the first-person view there, I know to answer the codec call. Here's a glimpse and you'll miss it, Liquid. There he goes. Liquid Snake, aka Eli, which is also the name of my cat, deliberately. And now we're going to fight Metal Gear Rex. This is a tough fight. It requires some pretty precise inputs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. What I'm going to do here is I need to destroy the radome. Put my body armor on just in case. So we're going to time these shots, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to lean. So I'm just going to stand in one spot, and I'm going to hopefully not take too much damage, especially from that laser because it does a lot of damage. And we're just going to keep going in and out. I'm going to... Oh, I was hoping not to take that one. It's one more hit. There we go. So that's only phase one. That's only phase one of the fight. We still have a second phase to go. We have this unskippable cutscene. The Cyborg Ninja, Grey Fox. Remember that fight? Remember when we fought the Cyborg Ninja? And he was like flipping around everywhere. And I was like running up to him, punching him in the face. It was so cool. It was such a good fight.
Yep.
But he's come in to rescue us at the last minute. We've destroyed the radome. Liquid now needs to keep the front portion of Rex open. And we're going to do a very similar trick with a little bit more movement this time. I'm going to use my Oni ration. We're going to... Oh, I'm surprised that hit me. I'm going to lean here again to avoid damage. And just shoot. Move. Shoot. Try and actually do damage. Lean. Shoot. Move. Shoot. Lean. Oh, I am very low on health. And that is now Metal Gear Rex destroyed. Oh. Probably the toughest part, outside of RNG moments, probably the toughest part of the run is that fight. Shoot, move, lean. There's so much going on in that fight. I'm really pleased that I got through it first try. Now, as all good brothers do, we're going to have to duke it out. We're going to have a little fist fight on top of a destroyed Metal Gear Rex. And what I want to do is I want to get Liquid into what's called an infinite punch loop. Rather than doing Snake's PPK, where we punch, punch, kick, we're going to continuously just punch, 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 punch. To do that, I have to focus on the rhythm of my punches. So I'm actually going to mute my headset. I won't be able to hear the game. I won't be able to hear our lovely host. So you can say whatever you want, and I won't know. Because I need to listen to my button presses to make sure that I'm in rhythm. This is an unskippable cutscene. As soon as it starts, I'm going to do a zero throw positioning, so run around him and try and get Liquid into this infinite punch combo. Okay, so I'm muting now.
All right, chat. Here's the deal. We're gonna I'm actually a tournament commentator on a casual time. So here we go. Metal Snake's gonna be running at Solid Snake. Solid Snake's gonna get the Liquid Snake. The perfect combination. It's gonna be a bunch of jab, punch, jab, cross. Lots of jab, cross. There's 2 minutes, 20 seconds left. He's getting comboed in the air. There's just blood flying everywhere. The head just keeps flying back. It looks like one of those sock and bop robots, except it's only one-sided here. So many jab punches. The infinite stun lock. He's not moving. Liquid is gonna become gas soon.
Ooh, I just kicked him off one bit of damage too early. Slightly too eager. Now he is defeated, but to finish the fight he has to be thrown off. Hopefully not have him kill me. Liquids. Move out of his way. There we go. And kick him off. There we go. And that's the fight. Apart from one slightly early kick, that was absolutely spot on. Phew. And that's it. We have beaten the final boss. We can now escape. Otacon is going to be our getaway driver. We are going to get spotted by a camera, move over to the truck that we're going to escape in, wait for a guard to come over. It's going to aim. Oh, I'm going to throw him, apparently. I actually wanted to quickly take him out. Hop on in. And we now get to man this really cool Gatling gun on the back of the truck. We're going to move through a few rooms. And we do still have one more little fight to do. But we're going to get set up to shoot some guards. There's going to be 2 checkpoints of guards. I have to take them out. The first set is going to have some oil drums that I can shoot. So I'm going to start shooting now in anticipation. So shoot that one, take that guard out. Shoot that one, take that guard out. Move to get ready to be in position for checkpoint 2. It's 3 guards in checkpoint 2. There are no barrels. I need to shoot them. On extreme, they take 6 hits to kill. So we're going to 1, 2. We are going to get shot. 3, 4, 5. That's it. Oh, I must have hit him one more time. 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be it. 3, 4, 6. There we go. And our final hurdle. This is the fight against Liquid. Liquid's still not dead. We fought him in Metal Gear Rex, and he was still alive. We threw him off of Metal Gear Rex after a fist fight, and he's still alive. Whilst it doesn't look like he has a health bar, he kind of technically does. It's a very large number of hits to kill him, and all we're going to do is keep strafing and try and avoid getting shot. There are a couple of ways to try and speed this fight up. We'll see the quicker we strafe and shoot him, the better. Oh, he's gone into a funny position. Hit him as he comes up there. I'm going to try and hit him just as the Jeep bounces. There is a chance, so only a couple of frames to get a quick hit off. Like that. Very, very tight shooting there. And one more, we should move into phase 3. Yep, so we now move into phase 3 of the fight. So back to strafing. It is possible to die in this fight, but it's very difficult. And strafe. And strafe. And we should be moving into phase 4 of this fight shortly. Yep, now moving into phase 4. Try and get a couple of shots in as we transition into this phase. And we get if I can line this up, we'll get a really cool camera angle. I can take out a first person, and Snake should just be lined up to just keep on hit. That's beautiful. Look at that. A hero pose. And time is coming up very shortly. We've got a white flash as we exit the game. Gameplay ends. Come on. Gameplay ends now. And all we got now is skip the final cutscene, skip the final Kodak, and the moment that there's going to be a message about the nuclear weapons that are left in the world, and that will be time. So we get through the final little cutscene and codec. We learn that Roy Campbell told us that Meryl was his niece. Roy Campbell was a bit of a naughty man, and Meryl's actually his daughter, and we learn that even though she sadly didn't make it. And there's Naomi. She chatted to us for a bit at times. Obviously, we skipped it all. And time is... Wait for it. Time! And that is Metal Gear Solid 1 any percent on Extreme. Technically, if you were doing an actual run of this, you'd now watch through the whole of the credits. I will quickly, actually, I'm just going to quickly mute the audio on my end because this credit music is notorious for getting hit by copyright strikes. So I wouldn't want to put that on Prevent-a-thon. Yeah, that is the run. If you've enjoyed this run, then please go check out Metal Gear Speedrunners. You can find links to it through any of the speedrun.com pages. Obviously, you can follow me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, to anywhere you want to try. Just search for NickRPGreen and you'll find me. I do have a tutorial for the any percent easy run of the original PC version, slightly different to this, but it's a really sort of beginner friendly introduction into Metal Gear speedrunning. So I would highly recommend it if it was something you wanted to get into. But yeah, it's been an interesting run. The game has not played very nicely at times, but we made it through to the other side. And hopefully we should be nicely ahead of my time prediction as well, because I've been putting a lot of practice into this. It might not look like it, but I have been putting a lot of practice into this recently to try and bring that time down. So I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I'm gonna let Pro Poke Noob see us out.
Nick, that was a spectacular run. Thank you very much for showing off how to beat every single boss in this game. Totally. I had so many memories and so many great conversations with you. Thank you so much for bringing through with all of that. Chat, we're going to take a small break after this while Metal Gear takes a break from telling us about that hype run we're getting at the end of the marathon. And I'm going to see myself out and carry my boxes of hype out with us. Don't worry, Satan herself is coming in to take you through the next set of spectacular games. You're watching Prevent-a-thon 4. Don't go anywhere.
Righty, hello everybody. My name is Satan herself, and I am your new host here at Prevent-a-thon 4. Thank you so much, Pro Pokedoom, for that incredible introduction. You did amazing, but we are looking forward to our next runs. We have coming up in front of us Peggle World of Warcraft Edition. We are getting that set up right now for you all, but while we get some amazing Peggle action here on the screen, I am going to remind you all of some amazing incentives that we have for some runs afterwards. First of all, after a Peggle World of Warcraft edition, so there is not much time for this, we have a bid war for Deliver Us the Moon, and that is going to be for the ASC, or our little drone buddies, color scheme. Right now, we actually have a tie on that bid war between the Prevent-a-thon colors and the Trans Pride colors. Both of those have $5 to them right now, but there are 4 options. There's also the Canadian colors and Halloween themed colors. So any of those could absolutely win this bid war. We are going to have to cut that off at the beginning of the run, so that means you only have through Peggle World of Warcraft Edition to donate towards that bid war. And looking even further beyond that, we've got an amazing run after that that also includes some robots. It's Stray. Stray, we have an incentive open for to pet those robots, those aforementioned robots, with our little kitty cat body. It's adorable. They like rub up against the robots. Trust me, you're really gonna want to see it. It is so sweet, and that is a target of $40. So I want to reiterate to chat, if you've ever donated to GDQ or other marathons, it's very similar. All you gotta do is type !donate or click that pinned comment and scroll down to incentives when you donate and click those incentives that you want to put your donations towards. If you want to make one donation and split it between multiple incentives, you are also able to do that. So you have amazing amount of control in what you want to put your donations towards to make the marathon even more fun and potentially even lengthen it a little bit more in some cases. I really want to see those robots get pet chat. Come on, let's do it. I can't wait for Robot Block. But first, we've got Peggle WoW coming to you really, really soon, but it's not quite ready yet. So take this time to go ahead and hydrate, take a quick stretch, but don't go anywhere. We've got Peggle WoW coming to you faster than you know it.